Hello, everyone, and welcome to Metro TV. I am your host, Andy Hoig, publisher and CEO of Metro Magazine. We have a great show for you today. I'll be talking to Joan Squires from Omaha Performing Arts, and also we'll be talking to some amazing ladies from Youth Emergency Services. So don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I have two amazing ladies from Youth Emergency Services. We have Mary Frazier Meitz, the Executive Director, and Barb Farrow, Development Director. Ladies, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
First of all, what an important organization this is to the community. And Mary, I want you to kind of speak to what do you do, what's your mission, and the impact.
Thank you. We've been here since 1974, and we started because people saw young people in the old market and knew that they needed some help. So they opened their house and started the first emergency shelter. Since then, we've grown, and now we have many programs that are based on national research. Our mission is to provide critically needed resources to empower homeless and near homeless young people to become self-sufficient. So everything we do helps them get back on track. They set their goals, and we help them and support them in many, many ways. So we have some prevention services, we have a street outreach center, we have housing, and we provide mentoring for our young people, because we know that young people who have a significant relationship with an adult, a reliable adult, do better in life.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the prevention services. What does that mean? I'm interested in that.
We've been able to provide a lot of prevention services in the last year because we received some funding to provide that. So we can pay back rent. Let's say a young person comes to the Street Outreach Center and they're going to be evicted from their apartment, and we don't want them to be homeless. We would rather keep them in that apartment and help them. So maybe they need back rent or utilities or deposit or rent for 3 months. We've got some funding where we can do that, and they won't have to go through the trauma of being homeless or being kicked out and have that be on their record and hurt their credit. So that's been an amazing source of funds that we've been able to do through Goodfellows and through Nebraska Housing Assistance Program.
And I think too, I think your organization also, just from the self-esteem standpoint, really helping young people who are not, who have kind of an uncertain future, giving them that mental support and helping them in that way as well, and being there for them.
Right. And whatever they need is what we do.
Yeah.
So we've got an amazing team of staff who works with the young people. And I have to say, some people think these are bad young people. They're not. They're brave, they're resilient, they're resourceful. Think about if you or your child was on the street, what would they do? Would they know what to do? So that's why we're there, to intervene and help them and to meet whatever needs they have to help them move forward.
And how long have you been with the organization?
I've been there 7 years.
Okay. And I always like to ask this question too when we're looking at what your organization does. How have things changed? Have we seen more need in the community, or is it just that there's being more aware of the need? Kind of walk me through that.
So we served about 1,000 youth when I first started, and we served almost 4,000 last year.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And we've done a really focused job on what is it the youth need, and they tell us what they need. But through the housing programs, that's helpful. But the prevention services has been our biggest growth. So we served over 2,800 young people at the Street Outreach Center. And at the Street Outreach Center, they can get a shower, they can wash their clothes. So if they've been walking around on the street or don't have a place to live, they can get that taken care of. And maybe they need a job resume. They can work with somebody on job skills. They can look at the computer and maybe find a place to stay that night, or do a resume with a staff person. They can get a hot meal anytime we're open. They can get a sack lunch. They can see a therapist. And we have a visiting nurse there too. So all of their needs can be met there.
Yeah. And how do young people know about you? How do they know to find you?
We do a lot of outreach with schools, school counselors, but also word on the street. So young people know who we are and where we are. We also go out on the street and find young people and invite them to the Street Outreach Center.
Yeah. And I know, the funds, raising funds, we're going to talk about this really great event, but raising funds for all those different types of prevention things, how can people give back? I mean, do they go to your website to make a donation?
Yes, they can go to our website and make a donation. There's a donate now button, and they can also look at our wish list, because we have youth who move in and out of their apartments, and so they need things like blankets and bedding and pots and pans and silverware, things that we often get from our families, they don't have.
Yeah.
So we have a wish list, gift cards, gas cards, bus passes. We are always buying bus passes because we can give the bus passes to the youth, and they can get to their job, they can get to their school, childcare, whatever they need to do, they can get a bus pass.
I just feel like, again, what you're doing is so important.
Thank you.
It's just so important, and at that age, for whatever circumstances that these kids are dealing with, we don't necessarily know, and to have a place to go is so important. And then that's kind of where this event comes into play too. It's the way for people to support a really awesome event, but also raise funds and awareness. So Dance for a Chance.
Yes, this will be Youth Emergency Services 11th annual Dance for a Chance event.
Wow.
And the theme this year is a red carpet affair with a spotlight on youth. And the event's very much modeled after the television show Dancing with the Stars.
Sure.
And so we have 10 dancers this year that will be paired with professionals. And we'll be dancing and raising funds in a contest to raise funds to support Youth Emergency Services. And there's 2 prizes, so you can win by being the biggest fundraiser, or you can be the dancer that is awarded best performance by our panel of judges.
Right.
So there's 2 awards for this.
And I happen to be on the panel of judges. I think last year I wasn't.
You were out of town.
I was out of town, but I'm excited to come back to it and judging with my good friend Dave Wingert.
Dave Wingert and Tom Becca.
And then also I'll have to say Tom Becca, a good friend as well. So it's always so much fun to be a part of that, and the dancing is really incredible.
Yes.
I mean, you take this seriously and you get up there and you give it your all, and it's entertaining.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they're a little bit out of their comfort zone doing this, but they have amazing performances, and so it's really neat to see that.
It's fun. So where is it at this year?
It will be at the Omaha Design Center at 1502 Cumming Street.
Yeah.
And it starts at 6 p.m. and it's on Thursday, August 1st. So that's a little bit different. In the past, it's been held on a Friday.
Okay.
And we're doing a Thursday night, trying that out, see how it works.
We heard Thursday's the new Friday.
That's right.
I like that. Thursday's the new Friday. I haven't heard that yet. I'm going to use that. That's a great night, and people can come out. They can buy tickets. Where can we go to buy tickets?
You can go to our website. You can also you can access tickets through social media. We're on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and Instagram. So you can access all of it's being done through Qtego, which is a platform we're using to purchase tickets. And if you're interested, tickets are $100 for individual tickets and $1,500 for a table of 10.
Okay.
And there's higher sponsorships too. So if businesses are interested in doing a bigger sponsorship, then we certainly have that available as well. And I should say that CNA is our presenting sponsor again this year. So we're
wonderful.
super happy to have that support.
Wonderful company. So I'm going to ask you this. I think I know the answer, but so we've got Tom, myself, and Dave. And then can you bid to be the 4th judge? Is that kind of...
We're going to do that again this year.
All right.
Right.
Which is super fun.
It is super fun. You never know who's going to be up there.
You don't.
And how they're going to respond.
Right.
So it's really been fun. It's worked out well.
Yeah. And people come out. I mean, and that's an important job. I mean, we're there looking at the technique and the choreograph and the costumes and crowning somebody the best dancer of the night. So that's kind of fun that you can bid your way into that spot, which again, those funds go back to Youth Emergency Services and to help with everything that's going on.
Yes.
So the website is?
Yesomaha.org.
Okay, yesomaha.org.
We really missionize the dance. So if someone comes to the dance, they will learn what Youth Emergency Services does.
Yeah.
And a lot of the dancers pick a song. They're very careful in picking a song that might reflect the hope for the youth and the challenges maybe So
Yeah.
that's been fun to see that process.
Right, and guests will have, in addition to enjoying all the wonderful dancing and performances, they'll also have the opportunity to get drink and heavy hors d'oeuvres and dessert, and we'll have a silent auction as well.
Yeah, and the Omaha Design Center is just, it is that elegant space that really lends itself to a red carpet
Right.
evening. I mean, VIP treatment,
Yes.
it's just a beautiful space, and I'm excited about that.
And for anyone who attended last year, it was held at that venue as well, but we have extra space, the extra room on the side. So we have room for, we're hoping to get about 500 people there.
Okay. I think you're going to do it.
Good.
I think you're going to do it. So, again, let's just go back and kind of, as we wrap up in the last minute or two, just talking about Youth Emergency Services. I mean, again, such an important organization where kids that need help can go and find some kind of shelter or some, just some kind of stability.
Right.
Is what they, when you don't have that when you're that age,
Right.
It really can rock your world and kind of send you either up or down. I mean,
Right.
down. So
We didn't really talk about the age. I've kind of
Yeah.
touched on it.
Yeah.
So the average age is 19, but we serve youth from 12 to 20, up to 22 in
Okay.
our street outreach center. Our housing program, it's more like 16 to 22.
Yeah.
And they're able to stay 18 months in the housing program.
Yeah.
So we can serve a wide variety. We also have a program with WCA for Indigo for trafficking victims, and that's youth
Wow.
up to 24.
and that's like that. We could probably talk a whole nother
That would be another show.
which
Yeah.
I would love to have you back
That'd be
to
great.
talk about that.
We could come with our partner at the WCA.
Yeah, we'll make sure that happens. So again, thank you so much.
Thank you.
The event is August 1st.
Correct.
Thursday. It's going to be awesome, and I just encourage everybody to go out and buy tickets.
Right.
It's a lot of fun, but also raising funds awareness for a great cause. And also want to thank you guys are in our annual giving guide, and so you can find more information on your profile there. But again,
And if you want to know the dancers, those have been announced and they're on our website
Okay.
now, so you can check out who's dancing for us.
okay, I'm gonna.
And learn a little bit about each dancer.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Can you contribute to are they raising money?
They're raising
Okay.
money now, yes. So
So you can actually go to their.
you can vote for them.
Okay.
A vote is equivalent to $1. A
Okay.
dollar, or a vote costs $1.
Okay.
So yeah,
All right.
please vote for people.
Yeah, alrighty. Again, thank you both so much for being with me today. And
Thank you.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited for August 1st. So thank you.
We're excited too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we will be right back. Well, welcome back. I'm here with Joan Squires. She is the president of the Omaha Performing Arts. Joan, thank you for joining me today. My gosh, I've just known you for so long.
It's nice to be
I
here. It's
know.
usually we're doing print, so
I
it's
know.
lovely to be here, Andy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
And to have a conversation. I mean, so many things have gone because the 10th season the 10th year was that last year or the year before?
No, 4 years ago. Almost four. It should
Oh
be
my
almost
gosh,
4.
okay, where am I
Yeah,
at?
3 years ago. It'll be 4 years ago.
Okay. You know what? That's crazy because I actually remember being there on the opening
Yeah.
night when everything just
Started.
when it started at the Holland Center, and
Thank you.
it was magical. So I just want to backtrack a little bit. What brought you to Omaha? I mean, how do you find yourself here?
Well, I was in Arizona at the time.
Yeah.
I was head of the Phoenix Symphony, and I got a phone call from a search firm that said, I've got this really great job. And I said, well, where is it? And she's like, no, let me tell you about the job. And it took 3 phone calls because she knew I didn't like winter too much. But what she did was explain, and then I found out more from the board and others, what this project was going to be, the building of the Holland Center, the renovation of the Orpheum, and to start an organization from the beginning. And the opportunity was tremendous. So my late husband and I packed up and we moved to Omaha in 2002. And
wow. Oh my gosh. And honestly, what a significant contribution that it's made to the community. I mean, it's just amazing. And to be a part of that, I mean, to really be on the ground level and guiding that, and so many really amazing things have happened. So we're sitting here too, because we are also a game changer in our current issue of the June issue. Talk a little bit about the journey and what you've seen kind of happen over the years.
Sure. No, and I feel very fortunate, Andy, to be part of this organization and in this community. I mean, when I arrived, I had an assistant production manager and a desk and a computer, and they said, go. And we've been able to build the organization to the largest arts institution in the state. But it's taking care of the two wonderful venues that we have, the Orpheum and the Holland. It's bringing the best touring productions and artists to the community, and now particularly growing our education and community engagement programs. So we're now reaching not just Omaha, but the entire state of Nebraska through education. We're bringing in people from outside, not just the city, but the state for our Broadway shows and others. It really has turned into an amazing opportunity to see these great performances for the community.
It is, and it's like, and almost every year, it's almost like you feel like you can't top it, but then you do, and then you do. And I think one of the most exciting things, right now is Hamilton coming. When is that performance?
Hamilton opens on September 10th, and it's for 3 weeks, September 10th through the 29th. So single tickets will go on sale later this summer, and it will have a good chance to really welcome that amazing production here. So I'm very excited to bring it to Omaha.
And also, with that being said too, I mean, again, you've got a great season. I mean, that kind of kicks off the season, correct?
Yeah. Well, and actually, officially it ends last year, but it really does kick off this next fall. And then we launch right into the next productions for the 1920 season.
So what are you most excited about for the 1920 season? Because there's a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of great shows. I think one of the highlights is going to be Dear Evan Hansen, which won the Tony Award. We also have the return of Les Mis, and I'm particularly excited to welcome back Disney's The Lion King with 4 weeks. So we've got some big productions coming.
When was The Lion King here last? Because I remember seeing... Has it been here once? Or
it's been here twice,
and
it's been about 7 years now. So it's been a while. So it's a chance. It's one of those shows you can go back time and again. And the next generation of young people will get a chance to see it.
So I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit. You're okay with that, right?
Sure, sure.
Well, just, I mean, looking over the last 14 years, I mean, what are some of like the highlights that just, just when you think about them, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that we did that. Or what are some highlights?
Well, I think one of them, and I'll go back to Lion King, was the first time we brought Lion King here. And just to realize you were part of that. Certainly the celebration of the Holland's 10th anniversary and the Orpheum 90. And then things like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir on stage, or Alvin Ailey, and to watch not just the performance, but those dancers working with young people. And I think the other highlights for me are the education programs we've done, with partnerships with Disney, the Broadway League, Carnegie Hall, and Jazz at Lincoln Center. We're bringing all kinds of things for the young people of this community that just didn't exist before because there was no organization to do that.
Well, and let's talk about the educational programs. I mean, what does that mean? What does that kind of look like?
We offer education programs from the youngest preschool for the WeBop program, the Jazz at Lincoln Center, all the way up to high school and adults and beyond. We have a program for the High School Theater Awards. In fact, that showcases this month, and that we are now across the entire state of Nebraska. So we've got master classes and interaction with all these great artists for these young people, and that's one of my favorite activities that we do. Yeah,
and so I mean, people obviously you can buy tickets and buy season tickets, but you can also donate. To those programs.
Sure, absolutely. And those they do take the community support, and you think about, and we talk about what has this organization meant. The thing that, to me, one of the things that's most gratifying is the generosity of the community, the leadership of our board, the volunteers that have come together, our team. It's taken a lot of people to come together to do all of this, and Omaha's extraordinary. I mean, I'll travel around the country at
Yeah.
conferences, and we'll talk about what we're all doing, and they can't believe the kind of support we have here, and how generous this community really is for nonprofits, and especially for the arts.
It really is. And I think also going back to the education piece is that changes that changes lives. Being exposed to performances or the education piece, there's a ripple effect that I just feel sometimes we don't even understand the big picture of how children, young adults being exposed to this truly changes the path of their life.
It really does, Annie, because we get letters and notes from them or their parents, and even if they're not performers, and that's fine, they're our audience members. It helps them grow in different ways, whatever their career path is, but they get an appreciation, and I think now more than ever we need to come together to experience these things together.
Yeah.
You know, it gets people off their devices and out of their houses, and they gather together to experience something in real time in that, and it really is important for us, I think, even as humans, to have those arts experiences.
And art and music is such a healing process. You know, we were talking before you sat down on the couch about, both my parents passed away this year, and I've just been listening to a lot of music lately, and it's just, there's a healing piece to that brings, it takes you out of the day-to-day stress of life or what your have to do's and should do's, and it just really changes you and it changes people.
It does, and I think we just all need it now more than ever.
Yeah.
And I know it's been a tough time for you, so the arts will do that and will help us to process and to really experience these things that make us human.
Yeah. So let's just look at events. What kind of events? Because you guys have your Broadway ball. Is that every other year?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
Every 2
okay.
years.
All right. Is it? It was last year.
It was
correct?
last year, so this year we have our stage party, so
Okay.
that's coming up in the fall. So
Okay.
our group of presenters, which is our guild, and you've worked
Yep.
closely
Yes.
with them,
Yes.
do an amazing job. So this one's a little bit different. It's usually on stage, it's fun.
Right.
We have all kinds of activities around it, cocktails. It's a very casual event,
Right.
very different than the Broadway balls are more formal.
Yep.
And you've been there where we
Yes.
put scaffolding in the Holland Keywood Concert Hall. People are sitting there having dinner and then watching an amazing Broadway performer come out. So
Yeah.
we really try to have activities that are fun and, again, to encourage people to come together.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I'm looking at my notes, and we talked about some of the events. We talked a little bit about what's ahead for Omaha Performing Arts, but do you want to look a little bit into the future as we wrap up?
Sure. For our organization now, we always continue to try to reinvent and expand our offerings. In fact, this summer we're starting a new series of the Mammal Courtyards concerts to reach new generations of young people. So different kinds of bands. We're standing and having an adult beverage in our courtyard. We're
Which is beautiful, by the way.
It is lovely.
The courtyard is beautiful.
It is lovely. And so, but we're continuing to see what our next phase of opportunity is.
Yeah.
Both so that we continue to bring the best performers to our city and to continue to grow the education program. So I'm excited about it. We always want to keep reinventing and have fresh things that people can look forward to.
And evolving. And I will say, looking over the last, now 14, 15 years, you continue to evolve and bringing such amazing offerings, entertainment to the Omaha community.
Thank you.
Gosh, we're so blessed. And you were a part of it from the beginning.
Well, it's gratifying. We're bringing in 500,000 people through our buildings every year.
Oh my gosh.
So it's been great.
Yeah.
So it's been great. So
All right.
thank you. But thanks for your support. It means a lot. It's
Yeah.
just important to partner with you and others in the community to do this. So
Yeah.
thank you so much.
So if people want to buy tickets, season tickets, where do they go?
They can go to ticketomaha.com
Okay.
online, or they are welcome to call Ticket Omaha box office, 402-345-0606.
Yeah. A really great season coming up. So Joan, thank you. Just
Thank you, Andy.
so blessed to know
Thanks
you.
for your support.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, and we will be right back. Thanks so much for joining me today. Learn more about Metro Magazine at spiritofomaha.com. Also, visit us and like us on Facebook, Metro Magazine, all one word. And I will see you back here next week.